A teenage boy walks into a German town. He can barely explain who he is. He can barely walk. He carries 2 sealed letters. One of them says that if no one takes him in, he should be killed. His name is Kaspar Hauser, and his life will become one of Europe's greatest mysteries. Today, we tell the story of a German youth whose short life sparked centuries of fascination and speculation. This is the story of Kaspar Hauser. Welcome to Life Stories of the Unknown. The guard led the strange teenage boy into the room, explaining that a local shoemaker had found him wandering into town earlier that morning. Kaspar walked awkwardly, struggling to coordinate his steps. He spoke little, instead handing 2 sealed letters to the captain of the 6th Regiment of Light Horse in Nuremberg. The captain examined him closely. Beneath the ragged peasant clothing was a thick, well-fed frame. Kaspar's expression was blank, almost vacant. He greeted the captain in an unfamiliar rural dialect, then began touching the polished decorations on the uniform, as if fascinated by them. The first letter claimed the boy's name was Kaspar Hauser. It stated that he had been taken in as an abandoned infant in 1812 and raised in near isolation. The author explained that Kaspar now wished to become a light horseman, like his late father. On the surface, the letter explained everything, but it also raised an immediate problem. Whoever wrote it knew exactly where to send Kaspar, which regiment to name, and how to construct a story that sounded both tragic and plausible. The letter didn't merely describe Kaspar's past. It positioned him carefully within it. The letter ended with a chilling line. If the captain did not intend to keep the boy, he was free to kill him. The second letter was said to be from Kaspar's mother. It described his birth, his father's military service, and instructed that Kaspar be sent to Nuremberg at the age of 17. Yet the details mattered less than the presentation. Despite supposedly being written 16 years earlier, the paper, ink, and handwriting closely resembled the first letter. To some, this was coincidence. To others, it suggested a single author shaping a story. Kaspar was sent to the police station and interrogated. He answered most questions with confusion, repeating himself and pleading ignorance. When pressed, he panicked and burst into tears like a child. After hours of questioning, the police locked him up as a vagrant in the watchtower of the imperial castle. From the very beginning, Kaspar Hauser divided opinion. Some saw a helpless victim, an abused child emerging into the world. Others saw something else entirely, a fraud who knew more than he claimed. That tension between victimhood and fabrication would define every chapter of his life. If you're enjoying this story so far, subscribing helps keep stories like this from being forgotten. When searched, Kaspar was found carrying religious items, gold dust, and riding-style clothing, details that would later raise uncomfortable questions. Physically, Kaspar appeared strong and healthy. Mentally, observers described him as behaving like a long-caged animal. He seemed well-fed and showed no signs of physical neglect. Yet he could digest nothing except black bread and water. Any other food caused severe headaches, vomiting, and diarrhea. The case drew enormous curiosity. Visitors came to see him in the tower. Many noted his childlike behavior. When shown a mirror, Kaspar reached out to touch his reflection, then walked around it, trying to find the child on the other side. Among those visitors was a respected local judge who later wrote extensively about Kaspar. In one test, he offered Kaspar 2 coins, one shiny but nearly worthless, the other dull but valuable. Kaspar immediately chose the glittering coin. To some, this confirmed innocence. To critics, it suggested something else, a childlike instinct for performance. Many believed Kaspar was simply mentally disabled, but Kaspar eventually offered his own explanation for who he was. He claimed he had grown up locked in a tiny, boarded-up room, knowing nothing but darkness and isolation. Bread and water appeared beside his bed each day. Sometimes the water made him drowsy. When he awoke, his hair was cut, his clothes changed, his nails trimmed. According to Kaspar, a man taught him to speak a few words and to write his name, always in darkness. He was allowed outside only shortly before being taken to Nuremberg, so he could practice walking. The man taught him one sentence above all others. "I want to be a light horseman, like my father." No one could independently verify this story, yet no one could fully disprove it either. Details from Kaspar's first days in Nuremberg, his condition, his belongings, his apparent preparation, now seemed harder to reconcile with that account. For some observers, this was the moment the story began to wobble. Kaspar soon became the city's responsibility. Donations poured in. He received food, clothing, and education. A retired schoolmaster named Friedrich Daumer took him in. At first, Kaspar thrived. He learned to read and write quickly, but Daumer also treated him as an experiment. Fascinated by homeopathy, he added herbal mixtures to Kaspar's water, causing constant pain and illness. Over time, Daumer noticed something else. Kaspar lied, frequently. These were rarely clever lies. They were impulsive, childish, and often unnecessary, leading some to believe Kaspar was not manipulating others for gain, but struggling to manage attention. This marked a turning point. For the first time, those closest to Kaspar questioned not just his past, but his character. After a heated argument, a maid discovered blood trails through the house. Kaspar was found in the cellar with a wound on his forehead. He claimed a man dressed in black had attacked him and warned that he must die before leaving Nuremberg. No attacker was ever found. From that moment on, sympathy began to fracture. Kaspar's behavior continued to deteriorate. In another incident, he claimed he had been grazed by a gunshot. An accident, he said. His caretaker no longer believed him and expelled him from the house. Public opinion shifted sharply. Many now believed Kaspar was a fraud who injured himself whenever attention faded. What began as local curiosity became an international puzzle. By this point, rumors had begun to circulate that Kaspar was more than an abandoned vagrant. Some speculated that he might be of noble birth, possibly even a lost prince, quietly removed from power. These theories were never proven, but they transformed Kaspar from a curiosity into a potential political secret. A nobleman suspected Kaspar might be lost royalty and took him to Hungary twice in search of proof. Both trips failed. Disillusioned, the nobleman abandoned the effort. Kaspar was sent to Ansbach, placed with another schoolmaster, and given work as a clerk. By the winter of 1833, Kaspar Hauser was running out of credibility, and possibly running out of protectors. On December 14th, 1833, Kaspar returned home with a deep stab wound in his chest. He claimed a man had lured him to a garden and stabbed him with a dagger. His caretaker dismissed the story. A doctor declared the wound self-inflicted and probed it with his bare finger, only to realize too late that it was life-threatening. Another doctor dismissed the injury entirely. No treatment was given. Kaspar's condition worsened. 3 days later, he died. After his death, witnesses reported seeing a suspicious man. A pouch was found containing a note written in mirror writing. The handwriting was later confirmed to be Kaspar's own. Kaspar Hauser was buried in Ansbach. Monuments were raised in his memory. Historians remain divided. Some see a fraud. Others see a damaged soul, abused, abandoned, desperate for attention. My view lies uncomfortably in between. Kaspar Hauser was likely both victim and deceiver. His early life, whatever it truly was, left deep psychological scars. His final act may have been an attempt to reclaim sympathy, or something far more tragic. We may never know who Kaspar Hauser really was, or where he came from. His life and his death remain one of history's most unsettling mysteries.